It's time for TOL Week 3. And we got the Oaks going up against Faith +1. And I gotta tell you, I better turn that fucking thing down. I gotta tell you, I'm still in a little bit of disbelief from the absolute debacle that was Week 2 for the Oaks. We got relatively lucky on multiple fronts. Got a fumble return for a touchdown. Got 2 players injured on the other team. And yet we played like absolute shit. Arnold was out, and Arnold did not come back. And so that's a fucking nightmare. We completed 10% of our passes. So the rage is up. I don't even know if I should watch this game, because if I lose this game, well, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but it isn't going to be pretty. And Red Sonja's feeling bad. And we're down 13. Third and 13 already. And I'm announcing my game, which I know you fucks don't like. So, it is what it is. And so that's a brilliant 3-and-out for the Oaks, as they're going up against Dylan/Eric Nurse's team, Faith +1, which I'm not really sure I understand. And I'm not even sure I'm going to take the time to understand it. But let's see what we got going on here. So they come out, Franco the QB. And that ain't gonna work. Bulging biceps of Arnold. I pretend they are mountaintops when I'm doing my curls. That's gonna cause a nice little sack. And I do like to see the pressure there, but we leave a man wide open. There's Drake. And he makes a nice move. 3rd and 3. Called play. Destroyed. And so 4th and 6. A little bit of pressure there, but not from the traditional guy. Let's see if Pumping Iron can do a little something. And, oh, it's an absolute perfect kick. I like the blocking there. He's rolling. Move, baby. Check it up. That's a solid return. Started at the 0, out to the 35. Thought that was my son. The honorable mention all-district kick returner for his team out there, making a return, 9 yards. And you got to get out of there, Sonja. You got to throw it fast, not blocked. Recall is there, and finally, I mean, Jesus, that is what those plays are supposed to do. Recall with the catch. Sonja feeling bad, able to get tracked down by even slow linemen. But luckily, she's just able to get it off. So the Oaks take a 7-point lead. Of course, we did that against the loose V's and then found ourselves in a cavernous deficit, unable to escape. A little bit of motion. There's some pressure. Oh, but he avoids the diver. He's got a couple of champs. But a great play. That's why you have a 36-inch vertical cornerback who's out there who can make that play and knock that down. They try the same play. This time, though, bouncing pecs as opposed to bulging biceps is able to smash through the line. Some pressure. Oh, and King of Kings comes in, and the defense is fired up, realizing that the offense didn't do shit last week. They said, hey, we got to take this. Oh, that could have been a safety. They said, we got to take this in our own hands here. Pumping Iron had that 35-yard return. Let's see if he can get another one. Nice little move there. Nice little move. Everything's in slow motion, but he gets out, got pretty close to it. We'll take those 2 punt returns. Here comes some motion. Will it be a reverse? No, they've got him wide open. Valeria, there she is. 10. It's her birthday today. Yes, it is. Valeria turned 72. Sandal Bergman still looks fucking hot and has looked hot her entire life. And certainly little 4-year-old Tim, when he saw her for the first time, would have been happy to pledge his love and soul to her. Unfortunately, it's a missed extra point. So it's only a 13-0 lead. They chop him down just after the 20. And And again, a lot of pressure, but there's a man open. They're going to fire it to Hernandez. Looks like a good throw. It is a nice jump. Luckily, a tackle prevents a catastrophic play, but it's still a huge pickup. Are they going to go right back to it? Oh, and Riddle of Steel comes in. Every lineman's trying to get their name called at least once. And a lot of pressure. Look at the D-line, bulging biceps. Those outside linebackers and D-line is there, ready to go. And a called play as they swoop down, and the Barbarian comes in. 4th and 35. Love to see that. Pressure again. I enjoy the fact that the Oaks are clearly the more physical team here. Now we go in motion. Called play. Sonya will not be able to escape. Maybe a perfect feel, and Arnold could have scampered his way up there and completed his route, but not Red Sonya. She's got some pressure again. Needs to get the dump off. Does, but unable to make a completion. So it's 3rd and 19. 4 wide. Doesn't do the plunge. Got some pressure. Throws to the wrong guy. Valeria, again, it's her birthday. Fine fucking Valeria down at the bottom. Wide open. They miss it. Now it's up to kick. Commando. Gonna fire it moderately deep. Pretty good punt blocking. Here's Shea. Takes over, but then is destroyed after a short pickup. Still, very nice field position. Their best start. The line is in there. Oh, it could have been a perfect throw. The DB chose to dive. I would have jumped. As did the receiver. Pressure. Oh, and Riddle of Steel. I believe he's feeling excellent. Comes crashing through. And another called play. The Barbarian. The sacks are racking up. And forced to punt. Let's see what the line can do. They got a few blockers out there. Looks like a pretty deep kick. And it is 3 yards too deep. Probably wouldn't have been a good return, so that's unfortunate for the Faith +1. Valeria, wide open is Valeria. Give it to her birthday. Looks too long, but it's a jump. She's still got some air in those 72-year-old legs, and then picks up her feet. That's going to scamper in for a touchdown. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So Valeria, there she is. Do you want to live forever? No, I just want to bury my head in any of your crevices. Even a sweaty armpit will do. So I'm coming. Can you imagine what it feels like? I'm coming backstage when I pump up. I'm coming when I pose in front of 5,000 people. I'm coming at home with my wife. I mean, I'm coming all the time. I'm in heaven. And pressure, bulging biceps coming in. And that front 5 has really been a tear. And they're going to try... Oh, they're just going to try that basic run play, which for some reason I was thinking was going to turn into reverse. Wish it had. This play read well. And that is not going to do much. The D has really been the superstars of this game thus far. Putting the Oaks in brilliant position. Giving the punt returner a fair amount of green. He's at the 22. No one's even in the screen. Does hurl one person, and then gets sandwiched down there at the bottom. 2:40 left, plenty of time, starting at the 42. They're going to roll out, the line's going to hold, everyone's pretty well covered. He's got the dump off to running man, fires it. Running man tries to make a move. I would have cut down, but it still worked for another 2 yards. Motion. Valeria's got a step, but... nothing doing there. 4 wide, called play. Sonya's going to fire and gets a lucky dive in the middle of double covered. I know I get so angry when that happens to me, and then I clap like a little giddy schoolgirl when I'm the one on offense. Oh, Sonya had Total Recall wide open, but Mr. Garrison with a sack. A little bit of payback for what's been happening to them. And then it's a called play. Now they're pushing them way back. Still inside the 40. 3rd and 27. What are they going to do here? Oh, they've got recall open. Can they get the throw off? They do. Is it too long? And it is just by 6 inches. That's what I keep hearing all my life. Brutality. So they're going to go for the kick. It looks wide left, and it's blocked. Blocked kick. Picked up by Kenny McCormick, chased down, and tackled. So the Oaks go from a sure 3, a likely score, to a crappy blocked kick, and then all of a sudden pressure, and they do at least knock it down. Line holds reasonably well. They've got a dump off. And they're in the field goal, so they should trot out the field goal team. They do. 10 seconds left. Bottom hash at the 23, making it a 33-yarder, and it's a perfect kick. We'll split that center. And Kanye West, a relatively disturbed fellow, but he's able to kick it through. And only 7 seconds left. Can the Oaks do anything here? Iron hurls somebody. Couldn't get fully around the edge, though. 7 seconds, 1 play. They need a bomb to Valeria at the bottom. Bomb to Valeria at the bottom, and instead it's an INT. Luckily not a pick 6. A terrible choice. Sonya coughs up the INT, but it's not super costly. So we'll have to see, as these conditions potentially change, can the front 5 of the Oaks continue to apply pressure and thus deny much of an opportunity for Faith plus 1, or will they stutter? And will they, Faith plus 1, start to receive some divine intervention? It's not looking like that from the start. Barbarian with another sack. Gonna have to go back and count how many fucking sacks in this game. Pressure. Oh, I thought maybe pick time. Double back set for Franco. Trying to swing out. There's a man there, but he's got somebody. Can he get the arm in motion? Oh, he chose to run instead of throw. He felt the guy breathing down his back. That made him panic and do a poor decision when he should have just tossed it up because the deep man was uncovered. Irons had a lot of chances on the punt returns. Oh, but he coughs it up. God, he did that in the other game. Luckily, this one could have been a catastrophe. Sonya's in big trouble. Can she get the throw off? Sets her feet, finds Valeria, picks up a nice 18-yard gain. That could have been trouble. They try it again. A lot of pressure, avoids the diver, has a dump off, tries to find Valeria again, and does for 18 yards. Now it's a double back. Got pressure, recalls open, easy to overthrow in this scenario, but a soft touch. And after getting reamed out for only completing 10% of her passes, just an unbelievable statistic in last game. Sonya playing a lot better. I don't know if it's P1. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what's up with all these missed fucking extra points either when I maxed out my kicker stats. There's a lot of unknowns, but thus far, the game's going reasonably well. Shotgun formation for Franco. That does not work. That line, you got to hold that line for a second or two when you try that play. A lot of pressure, and the King of Kings, the inside, getting a little bit of action. with that RILB coming around. Pressure again. Man, it'd be fun to make a team where this just happens all the time. But since it doesn't, I shall enjoy it while it rolls. So here comes Iron, gets a nice double block. Look at him throw someone himself to the 40. Can he avoid? Gets a block. 30, cutting up. Got a chance and will find the end zone. Pumping Iron with his first score of the season. Comes in week 3. And that was a highlight reel unto itself. And the Oaks looking a little more oakish here in this game. In fact, luck has definitely been shining on them, or as Mike likes to say, the lucky horseshoe has been firmly planted in my arse. Although that was obviously not the case last game. And some of the TOL superstars, other than the legend DPS, who's just dominating in the first 2 weeks, some of the other superstars are struggling. Bobby's lost a game, could have lost 2. You would have thought his rigging would be better than that. The measuring stick has never started 0-2 before. And as we already have heard me lament continuously about, my loss to the loose V's was essentially unacceptable on every level. Fire it deep. This could be dangerous. Oh, how does he drop the wide open catch? Take his dog out and shoot him. You guys ever seen Of Mice and Men? That's pretty intense. Dude, let him fucking shoot the dog. Dumbass. Pumping Iron, deep. No return. So they'll start at the 20. Let's see if they continue to apply heavy pressure with the pass. And they will. Sonya gonna loft it. It's a nice slow pass. A dive. Recall is there. Takes a pretty good angle. And that's a TD. The diver panicked. Realized they weren't gonna catch the recall. And here we go. What you doing, dog? And they do boot that one through. Shitty little kick. King of Kings streaks down and makes a beautiful tackle right off the bat. So here comes motion. This play works great if the line holds, but they have had serious trouble with that all game. Whoa! A lurch causes a fumble. Look at that, just applying the pressure. Riddle of Steel says, let me implement the cheat code. And then the Destroyer comes flying in. I have to see when this is in my division, when we play again. I'm assuming this is mainly just condition-based. But it will be interesting to see what happens. Iron unable to do much there. That'll hurt the average. But he's still had a hell of a game, trying to atone for the fumble 6 from last game. Sonya wanted to take off, but Starvin' Marvin way too quick. Drags her down. 2nd and 15. Got a couple of options. Can we get a oh, it's a pick again. Valeria there to make the tackle, but then she gets bumped off. Does at least slow the person up. So INTs have been a serious problem for the Oaks in weeks 2 and 3. Unable to get it right back despite the double coverage. Here comes some motion. They're going to swing it down low. Takes a pretty good angle, but does get chopped down. 3rd and 4. Motion. Will that line hold? And he's got a chaser. Oh, and the chaser just gets there, but then they free him up. Oh, and then steroids. Good old steroids. Did I spell that wrong? It always looks weird. Roids. Roids. A lot of pressure. And again, the double coverage. But they didn't even want to pick that one off. So that'll turn the ball over on downs. Will we see the reverse? No, we haven't even seen that all game. Gonna fire it deep. The desperate dive. Well covered there. No complaints on that coverage. Now it's trips. We're gonna swing it up. Let's see what Sonya can do. Not super speedy, but enough to get the first. Still fighting, despite no hitting power. It's kind of cool when she knows that she's indestructible, so she just kind of goes at it. A lot of pressure. Sonya down. Recall open, but Mr. Garrison once again saves a TD. Who the hell are you throwing that to? Nobody. Even though Total Recall's doing jumping jacks in the middle of the field. Here comes pressure. Can that line hold? There's pressure, but they avoid it. She's going to toss it. And jumping grab recall. Total Recall. Why do the hassle of actually traveling to Mars when you can have that implanted in your head? That's the whole thing, right? Does that whole story actually happen, or is the whole thing fake? That's what makes it kind of interesting. My big problem with Total Recall is Sharon Stone is obviously the ideal woman in terms of her looks. And so he is married to her and then comes up with some stupid, weird-looking woman. And it's like, hello, you had a chance. It should have been the other way around. The regular lady should have been his wife, and then he should have customized Sharon Stone to be his partner to go through. Now, she may be a crazy person in real life, but in terms of looks, particularly in Total Recall, she was dynamite. Pressure and nothing there. So the defense has just been outstanding for the Oaks. Oh, and then they punch it out. Steroids is angry. He's angry and full of juice. He wants his touchdown, unable to get it, but does get them within the 10 at the 6. Is Sonya going to try to run it in for a TD? She's going to try. Not much there. Didn't even gain a yard. Let's see if they try it again. Will we see a reverse here? We will. Will the line hold? It just sneaks by, and Valeria, on her birthday, is going to get another TD. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd love to fall asleep in my suit next to you, baby. 55-3. Of course, my wife is super hot, so I got nothing to complain about. All right, here we go. And there it is. Nice. All right, 1st and 10. A lot of pressure. Oh, but they do leave him wide open. Can he get the ball off? Does. Oh, and just like that, I think that was Predator who came up and knocked it away. They were just teasing him there. Oh, they miss it. They leave him open again. Pressure. This time, there's no one there to knock it away. Aaron Hernandez, 10 seconds, and's gonna score. They baited him too much. And at least one little dagger from Faith +1 to take away some of those point differentials as Wander Franco does finally find Pater. Last play of the game. You would think you would cover the deep man when you're up by 40, but maybe by then you just don't care. So Red Sonya, 21 yards rushing, but 385 passing. A little better than her 10% display. Still 2 picks. Recall racking up the yards, and Valeria had a great game as well. And so that's it. The Oaks finally get back on track. Take down a division rival in a big way and should move up in the power rankings as they try to erase Week 2 debacle from their brain.